everyone. This is Korith Landwalker, and this is an exciting evening of Star Trek Online. Hey, Legend Eternal. No, it wasn't the bot. It was actually me. I was trying to nail that bot that just came in, and for some reason it banned Streamlabs instead, which was really annoying. So I had to unban it and apply the ban properly. So, we're all good now. Hopefully there won't be too much of that tonight, but we'll see. In any event, Star Trek Online. Last week, my character got pulled into an experience with an alien species called the Excalbians, known to original series viewers as need to go to Scream Elements. Well, you know, so Streamlabs put out something too that might be useful, and if I need to use it, I will. It's kind of almost like a nuclear option in one button click, so if it becomes an issue, that will be available to me. I've been doing some reading. I know that there are a lot of people out there who do the stream thing and are doing the whole no Twitch stream today, kind of as a protest for Twitch not having the tools necessary to stomp on these bots. But I think, honestly, there's only so much Twitch is going to be able to do. I mean, you can't even stop gold sellers and MMOs with bigger studios. I don't think that stomping on the bots is going to help as much as they like to think. But that's for the future. In any event, Excalbians. They tested the original crew with the concepts of good and evil, and they wanted to kind of determine which one was better. And it seemed like Kirk and company kind of convinced them, but really, it was more of a stalemate, and they've dragged my crew along to join the story, so to speak. Unfortunately, the testing is not going well. So we're going to find out a little bit more. We're going to do a little bit more with part 2. That's right. Last week was part 1. Now we have part 2. We creators have the tools, we just need to use them. It's not on Twitch, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm kind of with you on that. I mean, I think that Twitch, there might be things that Twitch can do that can make it easier, but honestly, between Stream Elements you mentioned and Streamlabs, and a couple online utilities that I've been made aware of, these things may help. And again, they may not. It's the endless electronic arms race. So, part 2 of the Measure of Morality.
Looks like the Excalbians are ready to resume the trials. As you know, our participation is required, whether we like it or not. Under the circumstances, keeping them waiting isn't wise.
Now, as you see, we have 7 of 9 helping us out here, as well as Michael Burnham from Star Trek Discovery, and in a kind of loose manner of speaking, Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, that was a great episode back in the original series days. You had Abe Lincoln, you had Surak, who is the father of Vulcan logic, and finally, you have Kahless, the Unforgettable, first emperor of the Klingon Empire. Yay, 7 to 9. Still don't understand the headshot only, though. Well, this is supposed to be like a view screen sort of thing, so, you know, you only get the head on there. You usually don't have the full body thing. Twitch does need to crack down on the gambling and hot tub streams to clean up the platform, but bots aren't really something they can wipe. Well, not easily at any rate. Yeah, enough talk. On to Trek! And what will we get if we succeed in convincing the Excalbians that good is better than evil? Even though, Dark Helmet would tell you evil would always triumph because good is dumb. But that's a different genre altogether. We will get our usual trifecta of experience points, expertise, and dilithium ore, which I honestly don't use enough. How much dilithium ore am I hauling around these days? 123,000. That's not really as much as it sounds. I'll have to do some consideration. Also, we have a couple other interesting rewards here. I love Spaceballs. Yes, that was an awesome movie, and I never get tired of it. You have an anti-proton leash, which is interesting. It does some damage, and it kind of pulls together some foes. I'll have to try that out when I get a hold of it. And, amusingly, the Presidential Hand Axe. I thought Lex knives were pretty fun, but this just takes it to a whole new level. If nothing else, I'm going to have to equip it at least once, just to see what it looks like.
Until next time.
So, it's time to continue the measure of morality. And let's see. Yeah, violence looks like it's going to happen, and No's been falling down the job a lot lately. It's time to take someone a little tougher, like Varara Talon, my Jem'Hadar warrior. I mean, if No can't keep me standing up, then we're going to have to rely upon my medical fabrications. And let Varara Talon beat the tar out of people. And here we are, our Dramatis Personae. 7. Admiral Tellel. Varara Talon. Michael Burnham. Abraham Lincoln. And finally, Yarnak, the Excalbian. And he's just as friendly as he looks. So far, we've gone back into our relative pasts. We had an encounter back in the, what system was it? Can't remember. The place where we managed to do in Hakeem once and for all, except in the reality that we were playing around in, we kind of had to let Hakeem go to save Obasek from death. Then we had to stop back during, let's see, what was that one? The Temporal Cold War, where we recreated our conflict with our good friend Noi, who wound up being murdered by the female changeling, who is currently masquerading as being dead. We had the chance to save him, but yeah, that would have to require us to go back in time again, and we already know that screwing around with time like that's just asking for trouble, so we kind of let it go. Then finally we went to Michael Burnham's past, or at least an alternate past, where the Red Angel wasn't actually her mother, but actually a future version of herself. In all of these events, however, weird things seem to happen after we left. I'm sure that this won't come up at all during this episode.
We have seen many things in the trials. Your actions have given us much to consider, but we require more data.
Really, just how much data do you need? I mean, we've gone through 3 crazy scenarios here. What more do you want out of us?
You can remove yourself from the trials if you so desire. I believe you are aware of the consequences such an action will bring.
Up yours, Yarnak.
Then, if you wish to proceed, the portal awaits.
The next trial lies this way.
It's a pity that I can't fry you. Chances are you'd probably reform it as something else anyway. Hey, I know that's not really a Starfleet kind of thing to say, but hey, I work with the Romulan Republic, not Starfleet. I can afford to be a little more callous. So, where will we go now?
This is
awesome.
Incredible. The architecture, the technology, the art. It's not like anything I've ever seen before. Where are we?
Welcome to Iconia, ancient Iconia, back when the Iconians were in the full flower of their power. Nice rhyme. And I kind of had to come back here in time. Possibly Sela may be wandering around too, and this is not a good place to be right now.
The Excaliburs have dropped us into another planetary assault by the look of things. There's a battle site ahead. We might be able to learn more about our surroundings by examining it.
Oh, great. And naturally, they dropped us just in roughly the same time that we arrived here the first time. Keep your eyes open, just in case. And boy, there are a lot of dead bodies here. Most of them look like servitors. I don't... well, maybe not. I guess that's where we're going to scan them.
Fascinating. According to my tricorder, these soldiers are from extinct species. The Dinosaurians and the Ichabod.
Yep, they were the ones that attacked here to, oh. Guys, stop kicking off your, bridge officer abilities. You're terrifying me. Yeah, they were here to steal Iconian tech.
If this is the fall of Iconia, we might be able to stop the chain of events that eventually lead to the war. Considering the previous trials, I can see that as the pivotal event we were sent here to encounter.
Yeah, Seven, I'm going to stop you right there because, you know, that was the thinking that we did the last time we came here. It didn't work. Besides, I'm not 100% convinced that this is our reality based on the stuff we dealt with in Burnham's past.
That last hit wasn't far from here.
Okay, suddenly staying in this building feels like a really horrible idea. Out, out. I'm sure there won't be huge amounts of weapons fire going on out here.
More fighting ahead. Wait. Are those Iconians?
Maybe. I can't really tell from this distance. Yeah, it looks like the Iconians on the right and the invaders on the left. This was a fight I really didn't want to have again. Oh, great. And they saw us. Okay, let's pop the Pop-Tarts there. And recharge my shields. These guys can hit hard if they get a chance to do that. At least they did the first time we were here. They seem to be less enthused this time.
I am Taket of Iconia.
Oh, Taket.
I do not recognize you, sentient. Halt and identify yourself.
I knew you when you had one arm chopped off by Emperor Kalis, the clone. But you wouldn't remember that because it hasn't happened to you yet. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Admiral Talel, Romulan Republic.
I do not recognize your species, but you have taken up arms to defend Iconia. That makes you an ally, and your assistance is appreciated. You have my thanks.
It would be really impressive if Taket could recognize my species, since technically speaking, I created this particular species. Talel is technically an alien species, going into the old character creator here. Alien, right there. Not Romulan, not Vulcan, not any of the other crazy things. Alien, because I like being creative. Plus, the random number generator kind of indicated that he was going to be an alien, so there was that. While I'm here, I might as well take care of my reputations that I ignored by going in here, so let's get that cleaned out. Discovery Legends. I have gotten my tier 2 here, so fill all that up. And now I have access to that set of traits. Gee, is there anything I can actually do with 30 merits? No. Sorry, not merits. Marks. I play too many MMOs. I'll just slam them into the daily on here. Go with that. sooner or later I'm gonna have to start opening up some of these boxes. Nukara, I still have marks for. I'm still working my way to tier 2 on that one, so let's fill that one up. And the eternal journey to get to tier 6 Romulan rep. Still got a way to go on that one. Okay. Moving on.
I am called Lemiran. My thanks to you as well, newcomers. Our situation is quite dire. Mtara, our leader, has fallen. Iconia will soon be lost to our enemies. We must withdraw. We were trying to reach a nearby gateway when those soldiers attacked. Their reinforcements could arrive at any moment. Will you help us once again?
Oh, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Orbital attack. The warfare of cowards.
Okay, so we'll have to be watching for orbital strikes too. Just goes to show that I'm not the only one who can do that.
For each herald they kill, I will take 100 of theirs.
Ah, move! Dropping an orbital strike on me while I'm dropping an orbital strike. You know, there's an awful lot of those guys over there. Some backup rolling. And while I'm at it, medical. Oops. Not good. Well, the good news is it didn't nuke my medical generator completely. Plus, you know, with the healing it's doing, I'm making progress towards my heal health on the ground endeavor here. I'm not going to likely get the other ones because Tetrion damage and battle zone stuff, which I'm not doing. Do I even have a Tetrion weapon to equip right now? Signs point to no. And at some point I gotta clean out my inventory because I've only got 5 slots left here. And I could probably stand to store some of this stuff. Ow. Okay. Enough wool gathering. But on the bright side, my
Hold. Reading an
health
energy
endeavor is
spike in the
nailed down.
gateway ahead. Something's activating it.
No, there will be no holding. We will fight. Slay any foe that dares to cross our path.
It's nice to see that Taket is being
More to the
Taket.
breach, dear friends, once more.
Henry V. Nice.
You know, I don't think I've ever really used the cover shield as cover before. I mean, I'm usually using it for protecting people who are doing stuff. Like, you know, NPCs who are screaming about being shot all the time. But I almost never use it for my own purposes. This might actually be a first in my career in Star Trek Online. I've only been doing this game for over a decade now. Which I suppose says something about how much I use certain abilities for certain classes. Okay, so far so good. Bad guys beaten. But the gateway is being turned on by somebody up there. And I can't help but wonder if Seela's involved. Then again, given the way the Excalbian plots have been, the part of Seela is likely being played by somebody entirely unexpected. Oh, hell in a handbasket. This is bad. That's Taket. And we're not talking the good, the mildly bloodthirsty Taket from behind me. We're talking about the Taket from the Iconian War, who really shouldn't even be able to be here because time travel does horrible things to Iconians. I hate Excalbians. this conversation is not likely to go well.
I have returned to the time of my greatest failure. It sickens me to see the hell Iconia in such a state, ready to ruin the barbaric dregs of the galaxy. This time, I shall not fail. Lyric, give me the world heart. Give me the means to rid the cosmos of our enemies, to return Iconia to greatness once more.
Ticket, you can't be here.
I hear the bloodlust in your voice. I see the hatred burning in your eyes. But you do not frighten me.
Hell in a handbasket. This could be Ticket versus Ticket action coming up.
We will use it to rebuild what has been lost. Be gone from here, demon. You will not prevail on this day.
And your old version of Ticket has an advantage on you because, you know, this version of Ticket still has all her arms. Just saying.
That energy is protecting the demon. I can disable the gateway to stop them, but I need time.
Now, see what I was talking about earlier about the cover shield and giving people time to do things? Here we are.
You fought a war with the Iconians and survived?
Hey, it wasn't that simple. And yes. Oh, trouble. Unfortunately, I noticed the trouble roughly 2 seconds before trouble actually became a problem.
Use the console in front to shut it down.
No problem. All the other Iconians are being distracted. Why don't I get over here and hit the buttons?
The gateway is down, but someone on the other side is powering it back up. Defend yourselves.
Let's see here. Are we causing any harm to Ticket yet? Well, I'm hitting her shields. That's promising. Ah, nuts! Okay, medical. Not good. Ah! I'm still alive. I'm surprised. Unfortunately, my medical generator is not. Those orbital strikes are going to make life really rough. Oh good, Varara Talon's down too. Where is he? Oh, and Burnham's down too. So, you know, the fun just keeps getting better and better. Oh, naturally, Varara Talon's practically in the exact wrong place. Get up, get up, get up. This is really not going well.
I will signal you when I'm ready once more.
Well, the good news is Ticket's back to being protected, and we only have to deal with constructs right now. Not that the constructs are great news or anything, but, you know, it only now occurs to me that I don't have any medical equipment equipped. No wonder I'm having trouble. Where is my hypo sprays? I was kind of hoping to find more than one in my inventory.
The gateway is ready. Use the console in front to shut it down.
Stop pressuring me. Unbelievable. Oh, here we are. Better.
The gateway is ready. Use the console in front to shut it down.
I hear you.
The gateway is down, but someone on the other side is powering it back up.
Well, tell whoever's on the other side to stop. Let's get some weapons. Medical fabrication. And try to fight away from it so that it doesn't get, you know, wiped out immediately. Plus, one of the other benefits is, if I'm really lucky, if I use the med kit. Shut up, Karen. If I'm really lucky, one of the times I use my hypospray, I'll get an EMH program rolling.
I will signal you when I am ready once more.
Back! Our talent's still standing though. Maybe I can actually get him to revive me.
The gateway is ready. Use the console in front to shut it down.
I'm less concerned about shutting it down and more concerned about staying alive so we can shut it down.
The gateway is ready. Use the console in front to shut it down.
Hey, priorities here. You've got like about 5 or 6 billion of these guys dropping their weapons on me. And I only have so many hyposprays.
The gateway is ready. Use the console in front to shut it down.
You're getting on my very last nerve. Did I get the Pavan healing crystal? I do believe I do have that. Do I have that equipped?
Ready. Use the console in front to shut it down.
Let's see. No, don't have that. What do I have equipped right now? I don't need a temporal flux thing. Where is that crystal? I hope I didn't put it. Why do I suddenly have a feeling I stuck it in the bank?
To shut it down.
I think I stuck it in the bank. And instantly, hi Marok, man, how you doing today? Hope things are going well on your end of the monitor. Above and to the left of the spring line. Oh, there it is.
Use the console in front.
I have too much inventory.
The gateway is ready.
For our town, you can get up any time now. The whole point of respawning is, thank you. Oh, Taket. Have you actually been doing anything, Taket?
The gateway is ready. Use the console in front to shut it down. The gateway is down, but someone on the other side is powering it back up. Defend yourselves.
Well, the good news is I don't see evil Taket around here yet doing her thing, so... Hope we didn't bug the thing. Oops! Nope, there's evil Taket. Well, if you're not paying attention to me, let's drop a bomb on you. Nuts, I didn't even scratch her. Oh, thank heavens. Cutscene. Shut up, Karen! Ow. Ow. Hey, wait a second.
Mistress, use this to restore your strength.
Oh, nuts. It's Borgified Hakiv. And that means... Oh, hell in a handbasket. We're going to get a Borged Iconian, aren't we? Oh, this is a world of not good.
What have you done?
Karen of Borg time!
No, you can't.
And she's got the world heart of the Iconians.
That does not belong to you, creature.
Oh, that's irony. This is so not good.
We are the Lord. Existence as you know it
Abe, this isn't funny anymore.
That creature. That was Tiket. A Tiket of nightmare, utterly corrupted by hatred and a thirst for vengeance. But what did she become?
Well, she's been assimilated into the Borg Collective. You know, cybernetic, hive mind, searching for perfection, and basically doing that to pretty much everybody they encounter. Great people.
I have seen terrible things on this day. The fall of my civilization, of my beloved friends, of the totality of Iconian knowledge and culture.
Yeah, I don't think the 8-ball command works on the Cloud bot. Don't know why. I don't even know why they even have it as an option.
You can follow that monster. You can go where I cannot. I beseech you, return the world heart to me.
One of these days I'll have to deal with that.
Iconia fall to darkness.
Yeah, we'll do something. Abe? Abe? Well, damn, I guess we gotta go through the gateway. I guess this part of the Excalbian exercise is still active. Oh, and there's Abe. Abe, this is not funny. We're on a bloody Borg cube now. We're on a bloody Borg cube now. Inventory. Good, I do have my frequency remodulator still equipped. Let's see. There we are. Abe?
Something is amiss, my friends. The trial has taken a life of its own, expanding well beyond its original parameters.
I kind of wish that this was Sherlock Holmes instead of Abraham Lincoln, because then I could tell him, well, no, we're going to keep it clean here. No kidding, Sherlock would be the kind way of putting it. Is it a cube? This looks like the Unimatrix interior map from Into the Hive, which is worse than being into a cube. Stop helping them, Marhawk men. Yeah, we've noticed. We're in a world not both. Not good.
And his ilk to bring the trial to an end. They have refused. They wish to see how you address this new crisis.
Shocker.
Tread lightly. There is an ill wind blowing upon this venture. I fear one that may consume us all before the end.
Well, thanks for the update.
These Borg, are they an evolution of control? Did someone else try to recreate it later on?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm pretty sure that the Borg pretty much predate Control.
Unlikely. The Borg Collective existed well before the creation of Control.
Ta-da!
You add temporal manipulation into the equation.
Oh, don't.
No, I already have a headache, and temporal mechanics will only make it worse.
I am right there with you, Seven. Commander Burnham, anything else?
7. What we saw on Issa 4 were detailed knowledge of the Borg. You used to be one of them, didn't you?
Yeah. I was assimilated by the Borg at a young age and liberated by the crew of the USS Voyager later in life. The assimilation process is reversible, mostly, but it leaves scars. Inside and out.
I'm sorry that happened to you. And I'm sorry to ask this now. Are we going to have a problem here? With you and the Borg? Under the circumstances, I can see how you could become emotionally compromised.
Heh, just about everybody in freaking Starfleet is emotionally compromised when it comes to the Borg. Seven's kinda hot for a game chick with a face tattoo. Well,
This isn't the first
that's
time
not
I've run
that's
into
not
Borg
exactly a
civilization,
tattoo,
and I doubt it'll
technically.
be the last. I'll be
That's
fine.
actually a metal implant.
If it makes you feel any better, if I go native here, you have permission to shoot me.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Thanks. Any advice on fighting the Borg?
Yeah, frequency remodulators would be a big plus.
Right. Combat with the Borg is likely. We need frequency remodulators. Tell me when you want to proceed,
Oh,
and I can
speaking
open the
of
force
which.
field ahead at that time.
I know I've got one, but I didn't check to see if yes, Varara Town still has some. In fact, while I have Varara out, let's fully kit him out with Ketracel White, the last of my supply. Might as well have him fully prepared for what's lying ahead.
Don't forget to equip a frequency remodulator.
Thank you. I have a frequency remodulator already equipped. We've been down this road once or twice before. Okay, that means... Oh, that's one more thing. I should probably replace the flamethrower on this one. You know... Yeah, you know what? They've been able to adapt to a lot of things, but I've never seen a Borg adapt to physical damage. So we're going to use Lex throwing knives as my secondary weapon. You guys know what I'm talking about. Lex knives are great. Unfortunately, they aren't nearly as lethal as when Lex used them, because he was doing those like instant takedowns by Iconians. But they do okay. They're such useful little weapons. Okay, yeah, this is going to be bad. If I recall correctly, this particular fight is a real nightmare. If I'm remembering it correctly. I might be having flashbacks. Okay, activate. Activate.
Isn't enhancing an Iconian with cybernetics a bit excessive?
Yes, yes it is.
4.01, better assimilation through cybernetics.
Is he making jokes? Or jokes? Damn it, I knew it. This is what I thought it was. So I'm going to have to be watching the floor as well as everything else around me.
Heads up! Borg and those outposts are activating.
Yeah, notice that. Thanks anyway. Okay, cover up. Not good. Not good. Yeah, this is where it starts getting ugly, because gotta keep track of the bad guys, gotta keep track of the floors, gotta keep track of the health. This is really not the best situation to be in. Well, the good news is the knives are doing a nice job on Secundus of Borg, formerly Hakiv, the scumbag. Ah, no, 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 no. Don't drag me. Ah! That was too many of those, yeah, not all parts of the floor have electronic panels. Put your turrets there and stay there as much as possible. Tricky part's identifying spots. Okay, I seem to be in a relatively safer spot. And Secundus is down, vaporized by throwing knives. I love this game. Oops, back up, back up. I'm a big fan of these throwing knives. I might have mentioned that before, but it still is. And assimilated to Ket is still there. Let's throw some more knives. Silly auto mod. Yeah, I've got the auto mod kind of a little excessive right now. It has a lot to do with certain issues that have been happening for a bunch of Twitch streamers lately. So I've kind of taken some preemptive action until some of this settles down. Oh, silly me. I was a few steps ahead of where I thought I was. Not too embarrassing. Okay, Taket is down. Up, maybe not. Now Taket is down. Unfortunately, there are still plenty of regular Borg kicking around. Oh, I gotta get closer. The downside of using the throwing knives is the range is a lot shorter than guns. Oops, adapted. Ah! Get away, get away! There seems to be no end to them. Even though logically speaking, logic. Didn't want to ignore that before, Okay, we've gotten everything blown up.
This is heading. The Borg, they're relentless.
Quickie shield heal power would probably help a lot here. Yeah, there is. I do have one quickie shield heal, but you know it's kind of dubious sometimes. Actually, it's not even much of a heal. It's more along the lines of, hey, bonus resistance, bonus regen.
Time's a factor here. The longer the Borg have to build their forces and strengthen their position, the harder it'll be to undo their plans.
7 and 9, the Prodigal 12 returns. At first,
Oh joy.
seemed flawed, incomplete. I sought answers, and within the Untrials,
Yeah, that module would probably come in handy, wouldn't it?
I was a simulacrum, brought into me by Excalibur Consume, to test you.
Let's see. Anything else in here that seems like would be hyperonic? No. And I don't think that universal one's going to help as much as I'd like. Oh! I still have an Endeavor reward from the last time I never opened up. How embarrassing. I should try to remember that. So, we thought the situation was bad enough with Taket and Hakiv, Borg versions. No, we're going to take it up to a whole new level.
I am designated 7 of 9, tertiary adjunct of Unimatrix 01. You will be assimilated. Resistance is futile.
Yes, the fun gets better. I can salvage stuff to get out of my inventory. Yeah, I could also, you know, feed them to the replicator and get credits for them. Ah, nuts. I should have done that first.
Watch where they're targeting.
They're targeting me. Hopefully by moving around, it'll lock into a position and... Okay, that's not working the way I was hoping it would. Down. Back to the wall. This is probably not where I want to be standing. Okay, that went about as well as one could hope, right? Luckily, I do have an item that'll help me out a little bit. Now, where did Evil 7 go? Ah, nuts. He just healed to full. Ah! There's 7. That's right, 7. You may have the wires, but I've got the throwing knives. Ah, nuts. He's also got the teleporting ability. Ow. The target designator doesn't fire until it collapses into a line. Yeah, I was just hoping that, by moving around, that it would, still be in the position. Ah, well. Sometimes the plan does not go as expected. In fact, it almost never goes as expected. And why change now? Up, and it's got me targeted. Oops, down 7. Excuse me. Up, he won't knock down. Goes worth a try. Okay, her shields are recovering way too fast. Let's go with the knives. Of course, as I think of that, I do have an alternative to shield heals. Let's see if that actually helps. Go down! Go down!
Yes, this particular man knows over.
Oh, good. That takes care of Evil 7. Oh, Varra Talon doing his thing cloaked. Ah! Unfortunately, what I did not anticipate was that we would be having reinforcements from the board showing up. Yeah, I've decided. I am 7-11 never goes down without a fight. Right you are, Commissar Aron. Thank you for stopping by my stream. Hope things are going well on your end of the monitor.
I confront my past from time to time, but it usually doesn't shoot back.
Yeah, no kidding. Are you alright?
I'll manage. We need to deal with my evil twin and the Queen, however. The thought of them both running free makes me very uncomfortable.
That's one way to put it. I have definitely decided. I'm sticking with the knives for the rest of this mission. These knives are just too cool. Plus, physical damage, Borg. Can't really go wrong on that combo. Now, at any second now, I imagine a whole bunch of the Borg in these alcoves are going to march right out and do horrible things. As I'm right, but a bit miffed I can't give my destroyer the IRW prefix. Huh, really? I thought they'd unlock those for pretty much almost anything, I thought. Then again, trying to figure out the whys and wherefores for some of the stuff. What kind of destroyer is it? Yep, there they are. Just as I thought. I hate being right. Orbital bursts. I love them. Never mind the fact that we're indoors. That can't possibly actually happen. Doesn't matter. Danae's Warper Destroyer. And that doesn't use that won't let you use IRW? Okay, that has to be a bug. Because, Romulan Warbirds, by definition, should be able to use that prefix. The only Romulan vessel you have that's tier 6. Yeah, that just feels wrong. That really does. God, I love these throwing knives. They don't have the range as a beam weapon. But I don't have to keep recalibrating the stupid things either. There are certainly a lot of drones in here. I mean to think that maybe I should give Aurora Talon a melee weapon or something too. Am I carrying it? I am. Oh, decisions. Okay, Aurora. We're going to swap out your usual Polaron gun for something a little more entertaining. It's not a Katarkin that the Jem'Hadar are used to using, but it's Polarmish. You should do okay. I say no melee weapon, only Tommy gun. If I had a Tommy gun to work with, I would definitely be using it right now. If it's good enough for Captain Picard, it's good enough for me. Yeah, we can't actually use Katarkins, I know. That is a thing that I really feel is a missed opportunity. Especially when they had the Victory is Life expansion roll out, you were able to make Jem'Hadar characters. Why would you not give them their melee weapon? But as usual, I was not consulted. Oh, good. Another area for... Yeah, we knew they were coming. It was one of those things that you could see coming a mile away. Well, here's something else coming a mile away. Orbital Strike will always be my friend. Are you excited for the Temporal Agent event? Well, yeah, yes and no. I've done the Temporal event back in the day, so I'm not inclined to be making a new Temporal character, but I understand that there might be some new things unlocked, so I'll probably have to go onto my Temporal characters and take a look. And the closest was the improvised polearm and the Gamma story arc. Yeah, that probably isn't going to... That doesn't really fit. Although, like I said, I got that Draconian one now that Aurora Talon's been given temporarily.
If so, they might need our help. Want me to lower the field?
What? The Excalibur sending allies to help out? Seven, are you being blindly optimistic? Your temporal agent is level 65. Yeah. You missed out on it the first time due to bad luck, but you're not going to miss it this time. Well, I approve of that. It's got some fun stuff in there. I always enjoyed doing those events. In fact, I actually have a pair of Klingon characters I'm holding off on until I finish up the Adventures of Tel-El here, so I could do the Klingon recruitment stuff with those characters. But that still has a ways to go. In the meantime, horrible things are about to happen to us because, well, let's look at this. It looks like a final room. That means nothing good is going to come out of this. Uh-oh. You know, this probably isn't good. That sure looks like the Borg Queen, doesn't it?
That's the Borg Queen.
You know, I hate it when I'm right. Time to have tea and talk about your feelings. If only that would be the case in here, wouldn't it?
Indeed. This is damn peculiar.
She turned into Kenny.
Be careful.
They killed Kenny.
Could still be around, and it might not be friendly.
Yeah, somehow I don't think it was the Excalbians. That would be too easy. If they were Excalbians, they'd still be here.
I'm not sure if this is better or worse than what Control had planned.
Pretty sure it's worse. But I'm a little biased.
How timid you are. So frightened of perfection.
Last time I checked, we're not the ones hiding in the dark.
That's a good point.
Here's another. You are obsolete. Older. Weaker. Inferior to me in every way.
Inferior to you? You're a pathetic copy of me hiding behind a legion of drones. You're weak.
Tell me, why are you hungry? There will be no struggle.
I don't see any tea. I don't see any tea.
Eventually.
How predictable. How human. We know what happens. Futility.
Oh, this is gonna be bad. We need a changeling captain option. Personally, I've been rooting for a Vorta captain option for a long time, but Again, I was not consulted. There is a T, though. Look at the top of her head. Ooh. Okay, well, this promises to have potentially horrible results, so how about I get some stuff prepped here on the outside chance that they'll actually be helpful and last for more than 5 seconds. Basically, I want somewhere where I can theoretically retreat to. Nope, no, too far. Of course, with my luck, we'll be cut off from this area. I've been playing a Vorta for over 10 years. Ah, you made it. You used the alien. Yeah, that's a great way of getting around little details like species can't be done because of some faction or another.
Watch the floor!
Of course it's watch the floor. Why would we ever have things simple? Oh, and there it is right in the back. Up, floor is electrocuting. Where'd she go?
And now they
Where'd she
have a
go?
cybernetic dinosaur.
Oh, come on!
Shooting now is in the biology lab.
The hits keep coming. And he's got a scorpion tail. It could be worse, though. It could be one of those cybernetic dinosaurs that the bot like to kick around. Okay, back here. Recharge shields a bit.
More automated defenses are coming online.
Ah, nuts. Ah, too far. Liberated Borg Gorn next. You heard it here first, folks. Alright, 7. Time to divide by 0. Keep moving, keep moving, keep... Oh, not in that direction. Ah, don't stop! God, I hate playing musical squares.
Why do you struggle? I am Borg.
Uh-oh, this has the feeling of being a multi-stage
My
fight.
victory is inevitable.
It is. And what do? They pop me
That's
into a really bad place.
how is she still functioning?
You know, I was kind of wondering that myself, but I'm...
Possibly not.
Stay here, stay here, stay here. Okay, narrow. Oh, I am literally right between... Oh, I guess being right between them didn't really help. I am Doom Eternal. The floor is made of floor, but covered with carpet made of power conduits. The Gorn tailgun would be nice. Well, it would be an interesting place in place of those nanoprobes that you can use as a liberated Borg character for the other species. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Oh, hi, Borg Queen. Sorry. I forgot you were there. Healing crystals. Heal faster. And I'm now being targeted by Evil Thing. Let's grab that item. That's why I'm crawling through. Up, and things are beginning to electrocute again. Well, the good news is Borg Queen didn't chase me, which is always a plus. The tailgun is basically a fancy minigun.
You lack harmony, cohesion, greatness.
Miniguns would have been... well, you know...
Really? Whose ass just got kicked again?
Ah, 7 of 9. Mistress of Subtlety.
You are done here at last, my friends.
Hey, where the heck are you? There you are. Abe, things are still bad.
I'm glad you're still with us, my friends.
No kidding.
I'll ask you to come with me. Yarnik wishes to speak with you, and time is short.
I hope he has an apology attached to that. Let's see the Borg Queen adapt to 7.62 times 51 millimeters at 3,000 rounds a minute. Subtlety is for the weak. Well, you know, it's all perspective. Okay, Yarnik. This better include an apology for how badly you screwed things up.
The evidence in the trial is clear. Adherents of evil will stop at nothing to ensure their victory. Nothing is sacred. No law is absolute. In comparison, the proponents of good are made weak by their morality and other self-imposed limitations. They lack the freedom to achieve their goals at all costs.
Well, I have a counterpoint to make, Yarnik. It goes something like, screw you!
Those troops are coming from previous trials.
Oh, great. They've learned how to come here. Yarnik, you're an idiot. And before I die, I want you to know that. Yarnik hasn't even figured out how badly he screwed up yet. Okay, Burnham I can handle. Ah! Not cool on the other hand. Yep, there we go. Temporal images. Grumble, grumble, grumble. Pop that. Get my Pop-Tarts out. Figures. I hit my healing thing and immediately go down. Oh, I hate these guys. I hate them so much. Oh, Commander! Oh, there we are. Oh, and now we have the Borg. Well, that should make the trifecta complete now. The supply box thing isn't one of my favorite heals for that reason. Yeah. It was one of my higher end modules there, and I'm probably going to replace it with one of these new universal kit modules I picked up here. Well, now, the one I'll be getting from this mission is actually looking like to be a very strong probability. Because I want to see how that works out. You guys are... nuts. I was hoping my orbital strike cooldown wasn't up, but it's still down. Oops, don't want to be here. Oh look, evil Starfleet. Oh wait, not evil. These are the guys who are controlled by control, so to speak. As redundant as that sounds. Last in an army of drones. It's even better versus non-Borg humanoids. I turned them into drones too. Oh, good. We seem to have run out of bad guys.
Impossible. Safety measures were in place. The participants should not be able to escape the trial areas or pursue agendas separate from the trials.
Yeah, you know, you didn't think your rules were going to be followed, did you? You're an idiot, Yarnik.
The Borg Queen of our creation is amassing greater power. This includes the assimilation of this planet and everything on it. We must consider our alternatives while there is still time.
Now, I just want you to consider for a second here the idea of an assimilated Excalibur. This would be bad. Turn her into a pink dragonfly. Be a good example. It would be nice, wouldn't it? Come to think of it, why don't you do that, Yarnik? Admiral, a Borg octahedron just appeared in orbit. Our sensors can't seem to determine where it came from. It just appeared out of thin air. Why not an assimilated Q? Oh, let's not go there. Okay, beam us up. Unless certain individuals here have a problem with that.
We should take care of that Borg ship while we can.
Yeah. So, Commander Burnham, want to see what starships look like a couple hundred years ahead of you?
Apparently not. President Lincoln has asked me to assist him with something. If I don't see either of you again, it has been an honor.
Well, if President Lincoln is asking you to help him beat up on Yarnek, I approve. In the meantime, we got stuff to do. Beam us up. This is where things get potentially icky. Yeah, Honest Abe. Of all the people to show up in a Star Trek Online episode, he is not one of the people who would have been high on my list. But here we are. Maybe he will use the axe on the yard. If only he would. Unfortunately, Abe is a creation of the Excalbians, but not himself an Excalbian, so not entirely sure what will happen.
The Borg Queen is assimilating the Excalbians one by one. If she's not stopped, it's only a matter of time before she learns to use their matter-shaping powers.
And just how much time are we talking? Tell me it'll be in the kind of the area of months or years.
Difficult to say. She will learn to replicate well-known patterns first, like Borg ships. It could take her much longer to learn to make entirely new things, or to create things from imagination.
Yeah, it's a great melee weapon. Well, you know, if nothing else, I've got to see how it looks in my hands once I get a hold of it. We're likely to be dead long before she figures it out, apparently. Now, this is a very bad situation because, you know, here I am in my Raider, and I'm going up against Borg vessels. There are some people who would say this is not a fair fight. They would be right. So I'm going to exercise the greater part of valor and go into cloak. And hope that the Alpha Strike actually helps. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting. Call reinforcements. Why should I be the only one to have fun here? Get a Kittimer Alliance battleship to help out. And I'm pretty sure this fight will last easily long enough for a lot more of my reinforcements to be necessary. I was kind of hoping that probe would be gone by now. There we go. Evasives and cloak. Hey, if they don't want to fight fair, I don't have to fight fair either. Run away! Run away! It's fair for Sun Tzu. If you go into battle thinking it's a fair fight, you're probably going to lose. Let's see, actually I want to get a little bit of distance here because I'm a little too close to be popping the weaponry on them. Arm, arm, start turning, start firing. Bye-bye spear. You know, if the Borg Queen is matter creating these things, let's get a little bit of miraculous repair working. If the Borg Queen is doing all this stuff, we may have a serious problem if she keeps replicating these things and we can't get to the octahedron. Yeah, that could be bad. Okay, one more spear to go. That's good. More damage! More damage! Okay, more reinforcements are available, but I'm going to hold off until they have more bad guys showing up, because it seems like a waste to use them on a single target.
Never the hero. You know you can't win, and yet you stand ready to die a pointless death.
Your arrogance is impressive. Annoying, but impressive.
Is it arrogance you hear, or a statement of inevitable fact? Perhaps now your opinion has changed.
Oh, great.
Perhaps now you realize the futility of resistance.
This is bad. This is real bad.
Looks like you could use a hand here.
I hope you don't mind, but I brought some friends.
This is Captain Jonathan Archer of the Starship Enterprise. Colonel Jack, all hands battle station.
Let's make sure history never forgets the name Enterprise. There's an old saying, fortune favors the bold. Well, I guess we're about to find out.
I think it's time to do a little assimilating of our own.
Still think resistance is futile? Your Majesty?
I really couldn't bring myself to interrupt that introduction sequence. If you're going to have reinforcements, this is the way to go.
Ready, photons.
Incidentally, about the time this episode released, they put literally all of those ships together in a legendary pack on the C-Store for excessive amounts of Zen. So, you know, there was a little bit of promotional material happening here. If only the Borg were Canadian, okay, let's see. Hull damage, fuels damage. Cloak up first. More damage. And since we're talking reinforcements, let's grab some Delta reinforcements too. Anoraks. Ah, Captain Kirk being Captain Kirk. Gotta love him. Okay, cloak it. Some distance. And I'm gonna try to come in from the back end there. Get that flanking damage since I'm flying a Raider. His shields are doing pretty good, actually. Oh, it ain't over yet. Anoraks, you're going down. Last thing we need is a assimilated time ship. Resistance is impolite. The entire galaxy would be assimilated. Luckily, we have not had that. We have not had that horrible event occur yet. Fall down, Anoraks. Fall down.
Ready, photons.
It's like it just wants to fall. Oh, I guess it went down already. And then there's a dreadnought. And the octahedron is now targetable. And, conveniently, my reinforcements are available again. Let's bring the Herc to join the party. Because if there's anybody who deserves the Herc, it's the Borg Queen. So far, so good. We're frying the Borg Queen shields. He's down to 70%. The Borg Queen really didn't have a chance with all these Enterprises plus Defiant and Voyager kicking in. Especially since Janeway and Picard have a great deal of personal experience in dealing with the Borg. That was oddly satisfying.
You have provided us with significant insight into the nature of good. Even with nothing to gain and everything to lose, even when placed in terrible danger by our studies, you chose to come to our aid. You refused to let the forces of evil destroy us, even though we had placed you in mortal peril.
I feel compelled to mention that there was an element of self-interest going on here, too. Just saying. Can we at least try to cooperate now?
You have given us much to consider and to understand. You have shown us that it is not good to subject others to dangers that we are not willing to face ourselves. Let us meet face to face one last time and resolve these matters.
Hopefully this isn't a horrible mistake, but okay, we'll beam down. Oh dear, what? That's a lot of delayed explosion. Why do you want to save the galaxy? Because I'm one of the people living in it! Peter Quill's philosophy. I'm a fan. Okay, 7. What's your thoughts on the subject?
This has certainly been a learning experience for me as well as the Excalbians.
I bet.
I saw what I was and what I could have been, which makes me grateful for the life I have now. Still, this experience should make the next session with my counselor interesting.
I can just imagine.
In the meantime, that sensor grid and the trailer system will need some final adjustments. If you can get me back to my runabout, I can finish those. I can also speak to some Fenris Rangers about looking into the Orion smuggling activity in Trailus. Unofficially, of course.
Of course. Oh yeah, and we can give Varara Talon his gun back. Commander Burnham.
Sounds like Yarnek and his people have a lot to think about. I hope they mean it when they say they're going to pursue goodness. As for me, it's strange, being... what did the Borg Queen call it? A simulacrum? A copy.
Up next, an Overth-only playthrough. Can you handle the explodium without exploding? You know, I'm not even 100% I have a Overth ship. I might. I can't remember for sure.
Starfleet science officer.
Certainly not a tier 6 one.
Now that I know, I've decided to continue what was started here. In my own way.
And how's that?
I've asked the Excalbians to make my transformation permanent, and they've agreed. So, for the Excalbians, the trials are over, but for me, the human adventure is just beginning.
Wait, I've heard that line before.
If you don't mind, I could use a ride to the nearest Alliance starbase. I'd like to speak with Starfleet Command about reactivating my commission, among other things.
Well, you know, I'm sure they've got plenty of experience in dealing with temporally displaced people. I mean, there's only like 5 billion people from the original series, 2.5 billion from the Discovery era. They get around. Abe!
It's been quite some time since I had to go into combat. It was an honor to fight by your side.
Yeah, when you actually started fighting, you were actually pretty confident, Abe. Wish you'd done it earlier. It's easy enough to get, barely an inconvenience. It just costs you your sanity, and while you're at it, your soul. I don't think it's quite that bad.
The Excalbians have asked me to remain as I am now, and to serve as an ambassador for this planet.
Ambassador Abe?
These people have a great deal to learn about the universe, and I believe the Alliance can help them with that. And having some experience as a statesman, I might be able to make that process a little smoother for all parties involved.
Oh, if anybody can do it, it certainly would be Abeling.
Should you return here, you will be most welcome.
I'm in no hurry.
You've done all of us on Excalibur a great service today. One we will never forget.
I can only think of one build that works on an Ogre, and it involves a console from the Walker class.
Until we meet again, my friend. Farewell.
And that leaves you, Yarnik.
The advocates of God return. We have learned much from your efforts in the trials.
And did you make a ruling? More importantly, did you make a final ruling so that nobody has to go through this garbage again?
We did. After reviewing the events, we have decided to rule in favor of the concept of good.
And you will abide by those terms?
We will. As we have ruled in favor of good, the people of Excalibur will pursue those virtues from this day forward.
Of course, there are some people who might argue that going in favor of good can be taken too far. Let's hope that doesn't happen. So, let's get off this planet and away from here. Far, far, far away from here. And report back.
For now, I'd like to put some distance between myself and Excalibur.
No kidding.
Returning to Earth, catching up on what's happened since 2257? Sounds like a good place to start to me. I understand that an old friend of mine is on a similar journey now. I'll get in touch with Commander Stamets soon. I'd love to get his unique perspective on things.
Oh, it's a hologram. I'm sure he'll have plenty to
There's a
say.
lot waiting for me out there. Thank you for helping me get the chance to discover once again.
And we will rake in the usual trifecta, plus the anti-proton leash, and the axe.
Congratulations, Admiral.
And with that, we have completed the Juula's Discovery arc. Which means, as Stephen Strange might say, we're in the end game now. The Klingon Civil War. You knew this was coming, didn't you? As long as it's not Karen again. Well, you know, there may be a Karen involved. I'm not horribly impressed with Juula. But first things first. We're going to hop onto the Starship bridge for a minute. Because I did promise to see this axe. So, let's replace the knives with the axe. And while I'm here, I want to yank out the box and replace it with the proton leash. And there it is, the axe. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's nice how the axe is already an epic grade weapon. Well, you know, it's Honest Abe's. It had to be epic. The timing on the combos is a little tricky, though. The other weapons tend to be a little smoother on getting the combos set up. Of course, there might not be... Of course, I might be giving it a little too much credit here. It's possible there aren't combos with this axe, because it's basically involving hitting people until they crack open like an egg. Don't have to mess with anything but upgrading the mark. It is a pretty handy weapon. However, because of my preferences for the character, we're going to put the axe away for now, and we're going to put back... drumroll please, the flamethrower. Because if it's worth killing with fire. The epic weapon is an axe. Is it infused with dilithium crystals or something? It's infused with the honesty of Abraham Lincoln. There are other epic weapons around in the game. I mean, although I'm not entirely sure I have any on hand. I might have them over in the bank somewhere. A flamethrower is more like it. Basically, if someone is angry, it explodes just like a warp core in Discovery. Oh, now that's just being cruel. All right. I think we can kick off the center cannot hold. The beginning of the end.
The treacherous Cha'ula has requested to speak before the High Council on
Chancellor
Kronos.
Jempak.
A little-used Klingon law has restored her house, temporarily. And as matriarch of her house, she has the right to speak before the Council if she wishes. Whether she leaves the Great Hall alive or in chains remains to be seen.
Got mixed up. George Washington that chopped down the cherry tree with his little hatchet.
As part of the task
yes, but George Washington has not yet appeared in Star Trek.
I have requested your presence during this meeting. Should the barbarian make a nuisance of herself, I expect you to do what must be done.
I'm sure that this meeting will be filled with diplomacy, the tea and crumpets that were mentioned earlier, and honest, frank discussion as to the future direction of the Klingon Empire. Yet. That's a good point. With Star Trek, you can never be sure who is going to show up at any given time. Rewards for this mission are standard trifecta, experience points, expertise, and dilithium ore. And a choice between dual nanopulse disruptor pistols or a directed energy distribution manifold, which does extra beam damage. I am not sure I'm really going to get as much use off of that. Let's see. 1 beam weapon, 2 beam weapons. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if that's the way I want to go. I'll have to think about it. Oh, and the pistols are only Mark 11 too.
Serve the Empire well.
I'm with the Khitomer Alliance these days. You can tell by the uniform. See, uniform stuff. And the shoulder patch, that's not a Klingon symbol, that's a Romulan Republic symbol. Just mentioning. Obviously the stabby pistols. Yeah, I've never really understood that detail. Then again, we are talking about Klingons here. I guess they want to make sure that any weapon they have is something they can use to stab somebody with. So, off to... Oh, I gotta leave the interior first. Picky, picky, picky. Kind of reminds me of a Qualtha blade from Farscape, for those who are interested in a really deep cut. An energy wet rifle that can be used as a sword. Oh god, I miss Farscape. Off to Kronos. Oops, that wasn't the one I wanted. I didn't want to auto-negate it. I wanted to transport. A more pole army than a rifle, anyway. There is that stabby rifle, although I'm not entirely sure if that shows up during this arc or not. I can't recall for sure. Well, if it does, we'll find out quickly enough. In the meantime, the center cannot hold. And now we can do the full introduction of the away team. Our usual cast of followers: Varsol, Shayla, Varara Talon, and Dr. No! I will never get tired of that. Into the Great Hall. I probably should have asked if I had diplomatic immunity while I was here. These are the things I wish I'd thought of before I beamed down. Attendees are still arriving, Admiral. Alliance Command would like you to meet with Captain Kagrin of the Khitomer before things begin. He has some diplomatic insight to share with you. Well, I'm always happy to talk with Kagran. I'm pretty sure we interacted with him a number of times during the Iconian campaign.
This will be a historic day. There will finally be a reckoning for Ta'ula and House Mokai. While I'm surprised that the Chancellor has seen fit to allow Ta'ula to speak, I believe it is only a formality. One way or another, she will face justice today.
And you really think he's going to give up without a fight? That's so cute.
Ha! She is Klingon. She is coming here for a fight.
I stand corrected.
Surrender is not her goal.
So what's she planning?
Ta'ula was a skilled politician well before she became the matriarch of her house. I think she hopes to sway other great houses to her cause today. Normally, I would consider this a wasted effort,
But...
yes, there are many Klingons who hold Ta'ula's brother Takuma in high esteem. They honor his dreams and his vision, especially where the Federation is concerned. Unfortunately, many Klingons see Ta'ula in the same light.
Are you serious?
That concerns
Are you serious?
greatly.
We just got you and the Federation to stop fighting a couple years ago. They want to start it again? Ugh! Facepalm.
In addition to the Chancellor himself, I would speak to a few House dignitaries before the event begins. Any insight we can gain on their motivations will be valuable. I would begin with House Martok. They are currently neutral, but that may not last. A word from
I can't
Martok
see
can
Martok
change
joining
the
Ta'ula
course
here.
for many houses.
Who else would you recommend?
House Duras is as always aligned with Jimpak. They may speak with you on matters the Chancellor will not, however. House Collect was once a staunch ally of House Mokai, and many believe they have renewed that alliance.
Of course, what better way to relieve stress than to release it in the face of a Federation officer with a fist?
With the representative from House Mokai.
Well, you know, luckily I'm with the Romulan Republic, so I actually don't care. Except, you know, we kind of like a stable galaxy. You want me to speak with who?
Recall the ancient Klingon proverb: keep your friends close and your enemies closer. A car is an arrogant braggart. He might slip up and reveal valuable information to you.
Actually, he's a guy I'd like to punch myself, personally. He was kind of responsible for some of our early troubles with Ta'ula, with her catchy viruses and stuff. Computer viruses, not bioviruses. Incidentally, I want to point out that a couple of interesting people over here. Here we've got Vans. You remember Commander Vanzel? He's apparently gone all in with the Alliance. And more importantly, for those folks who've been following the Romulans all throughout, Rina Kev makes her reappearance. Last seen when we were rescuing her from the hands of the Tal Shiar, and by extension the Alachi, and she seems to have come far in the time between we last saw her and now. So I wanted to point that out specifically before we moved on. However, she will not have anything to say to us even if we had Tovin, her brother, with us. So, you know, such is life. Okay, let's start with the closest general here. House Kalek.
Nuknach, speak quickly, or I will acquaint you with the business end of my boot.
I admire your diplomatic skills.
What of it? Old Jempak will puff up his chest and make a lot of loud, irritating noises before he tries to put Ja'ula to the blade.
I'm getting the impression that she is just here for the floor show.
Besides that foolish look on your face, yes, something amuses me greatly. Stick around, and you will learn what it is soon enough. You, Jempak, and all the other ligament chewers that fill the hall with noise and flatulence.
On second thought, I think I know where she's falling in the Jimpak to Ula spectrum.
Joy.
Moving on down. Warath.
You there! Not you! You!
Oh my god, he's related to Walden.
Come over here! Warath son of Walden has a
Walden is known for heavy drinking, and it sounds like his son is in the same mold.
I'll be the judge of that, Globfly. I could drink Kalis himself under the table if I wanted to. What do you want then, if not to refill my flagon?
Well, I was going to ask about today's summit, but I have a feeling you're here for the floor show.
My first thought is that it's a fine excuse to drink. My second thought is that I need more to drink.
You know, you almost have to admire his single-mindedness. He knows what he wants. We'll save a card for last. Mainly because I want to punch him in the face. Bartok! How's life treating you?
You picked a fine time to visit Kronos, my friend. Jaula and Chancellor Jempok have everyone on a knife's edge these days, thanks to their clash of wills. As you know, Klingon diplomacy can be quite combative at times. Who knows? Perhaps we will fight at each other's side once again.
It'd be an honor, but yeah, I'd kind of like to pass on that.
To that hope too tightly. Jempok is running out of allies, and the Mokai have more friends than he knows about. If it comes to blows, be on your guard. Someone might decide it's time to put their knife in your heart.
I hate to ask, Martok, but if push comes to shove, whose side are you on?
I will do what is right for my family, for my house, and for the Empire.
Oh right, I forgot that
Always.
he has certain issues with Jempok.
Jempok and I have unfinished business.
Like the fact that Jempok tried to kill him.
Resolved in good time. I will not see all I have fought for destroyed by this Mokai upstart. For now, Jempok has my support.
Thank you. Man, I hate Klingon diplomacy. House Duras. For those who are unfamiliar with Klingon lore, House Duras is best known for being a bunch of backstabbing jerks. Yeah, that's probably oversimplifying, but not by much.
Kavan, I take it you're here to see where my house stands on the Jaula problem.
Pretty much.
Jaula is a product of a dead age, chasing the dreams of her martyred brother, seeking the glory of a war long ended. She is a threat to the prosperity of the Empire, and will be dealt with as such.
Now, fun fact, Gerard has actually been in the game for a long time, except he's kind of gone in a way. He showed up in a couple of the early Starfleet episodes that don't exist anymore because of Cryptic's habit of yanking content out of the game. And he was actually a pretty decent guy, considering that he was a Duras.
Yes. Well, I do not agree with the Chancellor on all things.
Now, whether or not he reversed the type or not remains to be seen.
This problem, and he will have the support of my house. If there's nothing else, there are other matters that require my attention.
Thanks for your time. And now, the guy I want to punch in the face. A car. Boy, he sure looks familiar, don't he?
And what do you want, creature? Have you come to gloat? Or do you have enough wisdom in that ugly skull of yours to seek the favor of House Mokai?
I am not seeing an option to punch him in the face. Why do I not have this option?
We seek what every true Klingon seeks in life. Glory for the House, and glory for the Empire. And today, we will find them.
Oh, aren't you an optimist?
Soon, Jaula will arrive. She knows the truth of things. Soon, she will speak truth to power, to say what must be said, and her voice will be heard throughout the Empire. When she is done, all true Klingon warriors will know the truth, and do what must be done. Soon there will be justice, at last.
I'm dubious about your definition of justice.
We shall find out soon enough. Now be gone. I grow weary of the sound of your voice.
Huh. Goes both ways, Akar. Goes both ways. Oh. I guess I get to speak to the Chancellor as well. It kind of says something about relative standing in the galaxy at large when I can go up to the Chancellor and speak with him one-on-one. Once again, Akar needs to be hit by a truck. I will be the first in line. Bring me up them 18-wheelers.
Come on. Thank you for attending this summit. If we are lucky, it will end quickly and without bloodshed.
And what do you figure the odds on that are, Chancellor?
I will deal with the Mokai trader and her misbegotten house swiftly and with finality. If there is any part of them that remains Klingon, they will meet their ending with honor as warriors.
And what if you're wrong?
If not, they will spend the rest of their days in the frozen depths of the penal colony at Rurapente. At least there they will provide some service to the Empire.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Kirk and McCoy would agree that death would be preferable.
We'll find out soon enough. The barbarian is
of course, Kirk would naturally be finding a way off the planet if she did.
The woman is treacherous.
Details.
She may try any number of things to avoid her.
I think he works for Hurston Security. Oh, that's right. Just give me another reason to shoot him. Thank you, Chancellor.
Draws near. Return to my position. We will watch the proceedings from here.
Alrighty. I'm just as happy to be as far away from the Chancellor as possible for when everything starts going to pot. Because everything is going to go to pot.
Jabuna, she's here.
This is going to be interesting.
The Council recognizes the leader of House Mokai. Speak!
Klingons! Warriors!
Oh, nice dramatic sweep there.
In the name of Kalis and of Takuvma, hear me now! You know my name. You know my house. And what it has done for the Empire. And today, I come before you with the truth. The Chancellor of this great empire is a coward and a liar. He stole his title. He claimed it after winning a duel to the death with Martok. And yet Martok, the true Chancellor, still lives. But Jempok's dishonor doesn't end there. When the Herc returned, he hid from our greatest enemy like a craven fakir.
Oh, that's true as well.
The Empire to glory. We had the Federation on their knees. And now we build ships with them. These stains on our honor must be cleansed. Let us bring an end.
You know, he was doing fine until that back end part.
Dare to speak of honor here? You, an old traitor to the Empire? The only thing ending today is you, woman.
I think not. Protect. Death to Jempok.
I think we can rule diplomacy out now. Yeah, so much for diplomacy. Definitely having some mobility issues here. But luckily, flamethrowers still do the job. Ah, Shayla's already down.
We must leave this place. No, I will not go.
Okay, let's see if I can find Shayla. Get her back on her feet. Oh, and oh, Noah's down. That's even worse. The situation is not going well. Hopefully I'm close enough to get Noah back on her feet. Oh, we got a kung fu guy over here, don't we? And Varara Town is looking like he's getting ready to go down. I seem to be skidding a lot. And it seems that most of my people are now unconscious. That is not a great thing. Oh hell, I think Varara Town got himself vaporized. And Noah's down again. My people are spending more time on their backs than on their fronts. Yeah, that's a good idea. In fact, let me throw my medical out as well. Punch him in the kick him, punch him in the happy place. Those kind of critical hits are not available in this game. Yeah, their toughest guys seem to be down, so... Okay, somebody find Noah and get her back up. Here we are.
There are things we need to discuss.
As I try to get my bearings, here we are.
So much for diplomacy. I had a feeling that Je'ula would attack. I admit surprise at the number of allies he had at his side, however.
Yeah. I wonder if Duras was involved. I didn't get to see. Well, Warith was on our side, it looks like. And still chugging down that blood wine. Don't ever change, man. Don't ever change. And let's see. Gerard was on our side. Who'd have thunk it? I was half expecting a backstab.
Jimpuck will demand swift retribution on Je'ula and any house that stood with her today. I suspect my days of neutrality will be coming to an end soon.
Fair enough. Admiral, we've received a message from Alliance Command. There's been an attack in the Siron system. We've been ordered to investigate and render assistance to Allied forces there. Transporter room is standing by. Beam me out. Since diplomacy has clearly gone to pot, we're now going to the opposite side of diplomacy. This will probably not end well. And the fact that we're having a long loading screen is also a sign. Okay, looks like we're almost there. Bang!
I am Captain Kaznar of the Imperial Battlecruiser Mupwith.
And we are not even getting the warping part for this. We're just right here in Siron. So, what's going on, Captain?
We were ambushed by Mokai rebels. The filthy Bakhtak did not grant us a warrior's
Oh,
death
that explains
in
the
battle.
broken ships over here.
Instead, they left us adrift in space.
30k. No, that's not quite the way this works.
But now you are here. Assist us with repairs, that we might hunt those treacherous curs together.
Now, in the past, there have been occasions where we've gotten server not responding errors. But it's been a long time since I've seen anything like that happen. Of course, I realize I've just slapped Fate in the face repeatedly with my backhand, so let's hope that I didn't taunt Fate one too many times.
Good. My crew yearns for glorious combat. Soon, there will be great deeds worthy of song. We will fight, and if we die, it will be with honor, and we will drink together in Stovakar. Kapla!
Yeah, let's try not to have that happen. If I'm going to go through the effort of putting your ships back together, I'd prefer you to stay alive. Battle Cruiser number 1. Heavy Escort number 2. Up. Okay, well, What you fail to realize is I didn't come alone. I brought reinforcements. Now, go away. I'm trying to repair some ships here.
Those are Imperial warships. They have joined forces with the Mokai.
Oh, that's rude. Based on what we saw at the Chancellor's Hall, though, not horribly surprising. Still, most of the Klingon ships are known quantities. Okay, I see we have a couple more injured ships over there.
So, it is true. Warriors from other great houses have joined forces with the Mokai. They dishonor their ancestors with this treachery.
Yeah, I'd sort of like that.
Bah, they are traitors without
Hello,
honor.
Fate, you empty-headed animal food.
Treachery with their lives.
I fought in your general direction. Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of elderberries.
Before the rebels return.
I can't really pull off a believable French accent. Let's go fix those guys. Oh! Okay, priorities. What am I being hit with? Oh, that looked like a sensor analysis button. See if I can take out that battle cruiser in a reasonable amount of time. That qualifies as reasonable. Then we'll chew up the birds of prey. And then start doing some fixing. Nice job. Yeah, the birds of prey are usually not nearly as dangerous as some other ships that Jaula's got in her arsenal. Oh, and I just went through all her dialogue just like that. When the Empire turns to its rightful place in the stars... Oh, too far. Your house, as they say, is about to burn. We all know who fights in a burning house. Don't be a fool. Hear me now. This doesn't have to end with your death. And I probably did some, defiant talk. When the Empire returns to its rightful place in the stars, your Republic will be faced with a very hard choice. Join us or die. Do you truly believe Datan will throw away all he's fought for to watch his people die beneath Klingon hoops? I'm offering you that same choice now. Will you fight with me? I obviously told her no. It's like, okay, as you wish. You made your choice, now face the consequences. Fight well and die with honor. Oh crap, the car is here. Yeah, remember those ships I was talking about being a problem? There it is. You know what's dangerous? Oh, the accent. You know what's dangerous? That one skill that locks you in one direction for what feels like ages and it pops up multiple times. Let's get some more reinforcements. Let's grab the Herc. We all know how much the Klingons like the Herc. I am horrible. Okay, take out that escort and the bird of prey. Everybody else can start focusing on Jaula. Maybe this will be over much faster than expected. Yeah, maybe I'm a Chinese jet pilot. Okay, that leaves Gukara. Looks like Gukara's getting beat up pretty good. Can we finish her off? And looks like Zula has exercised the quote-unquote better part of valor. Ah, right. Use one engineering team and stuck for the next 30 seconds. Without it because they free-fire the dang thing.
You fought well today. Soon we will celebrate and... we are being hailed by the Chancellor himself.
Oh good. What does he want now?
Come on. You have won a glorious battle today, but the rebels are continuing their raid against Alliance forces. There is more work to be done. Kajnar, you are to travel to the nearest starbase for repairs. I need your ship at full strength.
And anything you'd like us to help with, Chancellor?
You are needed in another system to deal with the rebels.
Of course we are.
Transmitting coordinates on a secure channel now.
Sounds good. CD system. The CD system? It must be pronounced a different way because, you know, CD kind of gives me this kind of grungy kind of feel to it. And we got a slow loading screen again. Load faster. There we go.
Those Starfleet ships won't last much
Ah,
longer against
Enterprise.
the Mokai force. Let's join
Enterprise F, to be
before it's too
specific.
late.
Captain Sean, glad to see ya. Let's see if we can do some damage. I might have popped those a little too early. Oops.
Enterprise, this is Sadea Base.
Sadea, that's the name. Oh, crud. It's a trap! Where's Admiral Akbar when I need him? Still, as far as traps go... Oh, nuts. That's a Federation cruiser firing on us. Right. I keep forgetting. Viruses. They use oh man, the Rhode Island too? That's Captain Kim's ship.
I've heard from the captains of those Starfleet ships that attacked us. It's not good news. It appears the Mokai infected their computer cores with a virus.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Let's help them clear the virus from their systems and get them back into the fight. I have a feeling we're going to need all the help we can get here.
Yeah, luckily we've encountered this virus before, so we've got some specialists. Okay, who am I missing? Oh, a command cruiser. Yeah, by all means, let's get that one fixed.
This is Commander Sunul on Sadea Base. We're still clearing the virus from our core systems. We have partial control and should restore full ops soon. Our long-range sensors are picking up numerous signals at high warp, House Mokai, and Starfleet.
Oh, come on, guys. Can't you put together a decent firewall?
That's not the half of it. Those ships are all coming in on the same approach vector. I'd say it's a fair bet those Starfleet ships are under Mokai control. Stay sharp out there. This could be another rough fight.
Yeah, I kind of figured.
Here they come.
Well, there certainly are a lot of them, aren't there? Delta Quadrant reinforcements. Oh, terrific. Because things couldn't get any better. Okay, we are taking some hits. Time to fight unfair. Here we go. I clicked off the cloak, but oops, I was wrong. Okay, disabled. Good. I was hoping the tractor beam would do a little more hull damage. There we go. Oh, not good. Got a little bit too much into the grand thick of it there. There are ships that can handle being in the thick of it like that. This is not one of them. Cloaking device. Oh, great. And all the Federation ships are disabled, and... Oh, good. I was getting ready to ask, where the dickens did the Enterprise go? Oh, yeah, rear firing arc permit there, too. That's the place I want to be when I'm hitting these guys. Okay, pull out. Reverse. Get some more Romulan Republic reinforcements. Or Khmer Alliance, or really anybody. Klingon Defense Force, I'll take it. Like a break. I don't think so. Hold on, fuck. I'd prefer to use a starship that works, thank you very much. Yeah, why'd I grab that? Science upgrade, that's always handy. I should actually start using some of those. Alright. Let's hope we don't have another wave of Romulans coming in, for example.
More virus-controlled ships. Let's hope we can get the computers on those ships clear before more enemies come in for the kill.
Yeah, I'll try to fix these things, and you try to make sure that we don't get killed. Command cruiser first. I'd rather have them on my side. And a frigate and a science vessel.
We're still trying to get rid of this damn virus, but we have control of most systems, including long-range sensors. We're reading a lot of incoming signals. All Klingon this time.
They wouldn't be coming from Kronos, would they?
I doubt it. There's a lot of Mokai warp signatures in the mix. I were to guess, I'd say all of those ships are hostile.
Awesome.
Here come the Mokai.
On your cloak. Pop some reinforcements. Nimbus Pirates, go! How's that? Mokai Dreadnought? Oh, that can't be good. And a bunch of battle cruisers. Not the situation I'd prefer. But, you know, you gotta do, you gotta do. In the meantime, things look like they're going ugly in that direction. Well, not going to be that ugly. No sense in fighting fair. Yeah, that's how you do it. And the Dreadnought. Let's see if I can get myself around. Nuts, I'm going in the wrong direction. I'm in front of him, not behind him. There we go. Let's see if we can... Okay, still not behind him, but I'm not going to try to maneuver around that forever. Still, that was a pretty decent first strike. And more reinforcements are available in now. Let's break the Herc out. Put the Herc on. Now they have tractor beams on me. And Dreadnought go bye-bye. Oh good, I'm being held by Sadea again. Please give me some good news this time.
Wrong. The virus. We're losing control. Reading massive system failures. All decks!
Oh, that can't be good. We better get our people over there.
Stay back. The mains. They're building toward a...
Savor your victory while you can. The field is yours for now.
Oh, good.
But as you
It's always good to hear gloating people.
My reach is long indeed. Your house burns bright, fools. There's still time to make the right choice and rally to the banner of House Mokai. Choose wisely or die like these fools.
Yeah, that'll happen. Tell them to get us away from here before something bad happens. And something bad happens. The moral to this story is always keep your Windows up to date and your antivirus up to date.
To remotely trigger a warp core breach. The damage was catastrophic. Looks like a few escape pods were able to eject before the explosion. We'll take care of them.
Thanks, Captain.
There's more. Alliance Command sent orders our way. There's trouble in a Romulan star system. Mokai trouble. They asked for all of us to look into it, but under the circumstances, I think it's best for Enterprise to remain here with the survivors and the other ships.
You're worried about the virus?
Yes, until we can make absolutely sure their computers are virus-free.
Bring back the hot cyborg chick. I hate to break it to you, but that was the last we're going to be seeing of 7 main storyline.
Go on ahead.
At least at this time.
As soon as we're able.
You might, however, get, oh, I'm not entirely sure. Oh, nuts. Is that a rift? That's a rift. They're playing with the mycelial weapon again. We read you. On our way. The Alachi. Come on, guys. Like, we don't have enough problems here. There we go. Didn't want to be on impulse quite that long. And Delta reinforcements, please. Fighting Alachi is a very familiar feel, honestly. They were among the first enemies we ever fought. It's kind of like coming home in many ways. Of course, it's Duela's fault, because everything's Duela's fault. We seem to have cleared the immediate area.
Disturbing day, friend. First, a vessel older than my grandsire warps in, fires some sort of mystery weapon, and warps out. Then, some sort of rift opens up and spews out an Alachi battle fleet, all before breakfast. What?
He's got her priorities straight.
Is this a new Iconian attack?
No, no, no. It's Klingons being Klingons. Don't mind us.
Why would a Klingon rebel care about a Republic outpost? And how are the Alachi involved?
That is a long story.
Very well. It sounds like you have experience with this sort of thing. Do what you need to do. I've got my hands full keeping this base from blowing to bits.
Right. We'll deal with the rift. You try to keep your outpost together. Here we go. More Alachi are likely to show up at any moment.
Watch out! Alachi are coming out of the rift!
Oops, time to cloak.
Target those Alachi and fire!
We're working on it, okay? Hey, the Lisette showed up. Awesome. The flagship of the Romulan Republic is here to back us up. And while we're waiting, we'll grab some Earth to help us out. I'm a big fan of the way they swarm. At least when they're on my side. I didn't like them nearly so much until they were, you know, on our side. Alright. Hopefully we can get this thing closed up soon.
Looks like we made it here just in time. I think it's time to close that rift. Our sensors are picking up vessels on the other side. Ilachi by the look of these readings.
Yes. So we're going to close things up before bad things start happening. Okay, apparently I'm getting a bug here where if I'm moving around, it's stopping me from actually closing the thing, so...
Something's wrong. The rift isn't closing.
Or maybe it could be that.
Ilachi warships on intercept course. They're coming from the rift.
Yeah, you know, that was not a good thing. Oh, no, I don't want to be wiping out their boarding parties. I mean, yes, I want to be wiping out their boarding parties, but they're not priority targets. Luckily, they don't seem to have put any of their big ships out here.
Get ready to fight.
Why? Wait. Wait. I think those are...
Hold your fire, my
Tarsev!
The crew of the Liberator is here to help.
One of the quote-unquote good Alachi. Karen's back. No. Different character. Tarsev, great to see you.
We could. Juula is creating stronger rifts with her weapon. They are potent and extremely volatile. Your rift closing methods will not work. Fortunately, we Alachi have more expertise with such problems.
Then by all means, I'll let the expert work.
Agreed. The process requires a considerable level of energy. My ship will be vulnerable to attack while we close the rift.
Okay, now we might have the complainers happen.
We'll do the rest.
Hostile Ilachi fleet on sensors. Here they come.
And they brought one of their bigger ships. I knew I shouldn't have said anything about that. Knew it. Yes, I know you're taking fire. It's a massive combat, and there's only one of me. Okay, me and the Lisette. So I'd appreciate a little more gratitude. Okay, there's definitely a lot of these guys flying around here. Let's use strategery. Go after the small fry. Let the Set and the Alachi fleet, the good Alachi fleet, deal with the big guy. Know your role. That said, it's getting awfully crowded around here. And my next set of reinforcements aren't quite ready yet. Oh, that is great news. Oh, no wonder they've been getting reinforcements. No wonder it hasn't looked. No wonder it's been looking like they wouldn't come to an end. They've just been getting reinforcement after reinforced after reinforced. Inconvenient. Oh, I finally have filled up my inventory. Looks like I'm going to have to burn some stuff in the replicator soon. Alright, cloak, and fire. I was hoping to do a little bit more damage on the approach here. Why won't you? There you go. It's like, why won't you die? Oh, and the big guy got taken out by the Lisette. Awesome. Or the Liberator. Either one. I'm not choosy.
Closed. Well done, everyone. Captain Tarsif, the Republic owes you its sincere thanks. My compliments to you and your crew.
You have our thanks as well.
Many among us were once Romulan, Commander Gerard. We are proud to be of service to the Republic. There are more of these rifts in several systems. We will do what we can to close them.
Go for it, Captain.
I'm afraid Jaula isn't finished with us. I'm receiving a
oh yes, because the hits keep coming.
Klingon revolutionaries are attacking a civilian shipyard. Transmitting the coordinates now. We'll join you there as soon as we've stabilized the situation on base station R88.
Ah, the fun never stops. Okay, first things first. Before I do that, it's time to clear some room in inventory. Let's open up these boxes. Quarter of a specialization point, that's always helpful. And it's not letting me actually do that. Okay. Okay. What can I get rid of cheap? Nothing's coming to mind, is it? Ah! Cheapo shield. There we go. There's the experience point. Open that up. R&D. Okay, got some space for a couple more things. Oh, I stall like crazy. First thing I do next week is going to be dealing with that inventory. And it's Captain Corrin, the captain of the Klingon flagship, the Fortescue.
Jaula and her bootlicking Targspawn have a fleet near the orbital shipyard complex. It is likely they mean to raid it for anything they can steal, or blow it to pieces to deny its services to the Empire.
Or both.
Indeed. Enough of this ligament chewing. We are here.
What is with the ligament chewing with you people?
Let us show them the price of their dishonor.
Hold on, we're getting a transmission from, you guessed it.
People of Kufat, hear me now. I come to you now as a liberator, not a conqueror. I wish to free you from the tyranny of the false Chancellor, Jempak.
This should be good.
Kufat is the birth world of my mother. Stand with me now, and we will find honor and glory together. Some of you may choose to meet me in battle. So be it. I will grant you an honorable death. A warrior's death. The choice is yours.
Yeah, you know, we've kicked your butts in repeatedly here so far. Simulation notwithstanding. Cloak up. As usual, my strategy is leave Lucara for last. Up. Up. Oh, most unwise of you people. Oh, it's nice when the Alpha Strike works. And let's get Herc reinforcements here. Because I'm always happy to have the Herc give me backup. What I'm not happy about is being chewed up by these tiny little ships flying around me. Oops, there's a battlecruiser there. How'd I miss you? How clumsy. Okay, let's see. Little hull repair, no shield buff, and
Instructed to give you a chance to surrender, Jaula, that you might face justice. Do you accept? Or is there still a small part of you that remains Klingon? A part that demands to die in battle, with honor?
sometimes I wonder whose side Korn is on.
Weak, arrogant, and stupid is no way to go through life, Captain. I will correct your flaws in battle. If you're lucky, you might live to share the lessons with the other fools in your pathetic house.
Well, as they say, so be it. But I'd like to point out there's one of you, and why do I keep taunting fate like this? One of these days, I'm just going to learn to shut up if there's nobody around. Because every time I say they're all alone, their enemy backup shows up. Korn just wants to be angry. He doesn't care about size. Korn is Klingon for care. And hello, Lord of Entropy. I hope things are going well on your end of the monitor today. Thank you for stopping by my screen. Jaula is being her predictably unpleasant self. But we're hoping that maybe, just maybe, we can put an end to her before we get too far. Don't count on that. We have a Klingon Civil War happening soon. They wouldn't be naming that if this were a one and done, would they? See, Legend goes, hey, see, told you. Okay, battlecruiser. And, ooh, more reinforcements are available. Let's grab the Delta reinforcements. Oh, fall down. Fall down! There we go. You know, things could seem to look like... They look like they've gotten a little bit entertaining while I've been going away from them. I should correct that. Let's see. Really? We actually got allies? Are you sure? I mean, we've been running into a whole bunches of virus-infected ships. I'd hate to find out that our supposed allies are against us. But no, Enterprise, the Kittimer, the Lisette, yeah. These are genuinely good reinforcements. I approve wholeheartedly. I just had to kill a bunch of Undines, so that was annoying, but came out of it alive so far. Feels good, man. I am right there with you. The Undine they can be frustrating. Especially on the ground. Oh, there's a lot of bad guy ships exploding here. That's always a positive sign. We may be at the tail end. Uh-oh, cutscene happened. Uh-oh, that's bad. Oh, those vermin. They just opened a rift on the planet. Okay, it turns out that the Klingons have a concept of war crimes too. At least the modern Klingons. Ula, apparently, not so much. Well, as if you didn't have enough of a reason to want to shoot the Ula in the face. Klingons, war crimes never happened. Now, these are the kinder, gentler Klingons. Admittedly, that's all relative. And it doesn't looks like the Lucaro skedaddled while we weren't looking.
So, the barbarian shows her true colors at last. I will not rest until she pays for this cowardly attack. I swear it! But now is not the time for revenge. Now I must help the people of Kuvat.
Wow, Corrin's matured.
When we find her, the Empire will need the best to take Jaula down. Will you answer the call?
Oh, I'll be there. I'll be there. We've been declared to depart. And that is the end, the opening chapter of the Klingon Civil War. Things only get crazier from here. Let's see about our rewards, shall we?
This is a dark day. The poisonous words of Jaula have spread like wildfire throughout the Empire. Many warriors have dishonored their house.
I do get a kick out of this voice actor's work on Chimpanzee.
It is the first day of a Klingon
We're honorable warriors, would never stop at cowardly tactics like strapping a nuclear warp core.
I will make every Klingon see
Well, you know how the Klingons say, there is nothing more honorable than victory.
Liberator and her treacherous house. Soon I will place her skull in the Great Hall as a reminder to all. Betray the Empire. Betray me, and you will pay.
I think he's taking things a little personally.
A traitor's death.
Then again, she did kind of call him out in front of everybody.
Forever damned, forever without honor.
Sounds like a Scimitar saying, victory is life. Well, you know, there are similarities in attitude there. Okay, we're gonna grab the stabby pistols, because why not?
Serve the Empire well.
And that is going to do it for this evening. We've managed to get a couple good episodes down tonight. We got we helped out Abe Lincoln against the evil 7 of 9 Borg Queen, and we participated in the opening round of the Klingon Civil War. So, you know, good times. I will, of course, be streaming again next week, next Wednesday, at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern to 10 o'clock p.m. Eastern, where we will continue the Civil War and see if we can get our hands around Ula's neck so we can ring it a few times. I also do streams on Saturday afternoon for the game Star Citizen. Those streams will be on Saturday at 1 o'clock p.m. Eastern to approximately 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Maybe I'll be able to get the Xenothreat event to cooperate with me this weekend. Sure would be nice. I want to thank everyone for watching, whether you were watching live or during video on demand, either here or on YouTube. I'm always glad to have you stop by, always glad to chat with you. Hope to see you next time. This is Korith Landwalker, signing off.